Thank you for joining us here today on From the Heart, Hill Country Network. Today we have the pleasure of having a special guest with us, Mr. David Simmons. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Evelyn, for having me. Thanks for the invite. I've been looking forward to this.
Good. I am excited you're here. Being a person that has taken some helpful classes, we won't name the competitor, but I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to tell us.
Absolutely. My name's David Simmons, of course. We've lived in New Albany, my wife Dixie and I, for 4 years now, a little over 4 years. Recently wrapped up a 37-year career in transportation and logistics.
Oh.
And 31 of those years was with our Walmart, finished up at Walmart Distribution as a general transportation manager out there. So,
well, where are you from originally?
I grew up on the campus of Mississippi State University. And what a great place to grow up and live. So
cowbells rule.
Absolutely. Yeah,
we have to be careful saying that in hotty totty land. I know.
Absolutely. My father was an administrator there. My mom worked in research, and we actually lived on campus. It was a great experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is an unusual upbringing. Yeah. Okay, so tell us how you met your lovely wife.
Oh, my wife Dixie. We met at a New Year's Eve party. I took one look at her and I said, that's her. So we dated 3 years, married. We have 2 daughters.
Oh.
Our youngest daughter, Kathy's a school teacher. Our oldest daughter, Elise, sells Kenworth trucks, of all things, in Huntsville, Alabama. So it's been a great life.
It sounds like
we love New Albany. I cannot tell you what a great place this is to live and to have worked. And what a beautiful town to begin with, what a historic town. And the people here are just absolutely just wonderful.
Well,
New Albany has everything that a person needs. Really, they do.
Yeah, we got shops and restaurants and nice folks.
Nice restaurants too.
Yeah, nice restaurants too. So tell me about how you got involved with Zig Ziglar.
Yes. Zig Ziglar, I'm a Ziglar Legacy Certified Trainer. So let me go way back.
Way back, please, because there's a lot of us that doesn't know what this is.
You know, you would think that growing up on the campus of a major university that you would go to school there, graduate there, and do well, right? Well, I can tell you, I never went to a day of school at Mississippi State.
Oh.
Matter of fact, in high school, junior high school, my education career, I was not an overwhelming success. Matter of fact, not even a whelming success.
Yeah.
So, but 8th and 9th grade, I was almost like that kid that brought home 4 F's and a D one time. And the dad said, "Son, how do you explain this?" And the son says, "Well, Dad, it should be obvious. I just spent entirely too much time focusing on that one subject." But the truth is, if I brought home a C on a report card, my mom and dad would take me out to eat. They would be so thrilled, thinking that maybe we've just turned the corner. But I had a rough go in junior high school, and my dad heard about this guy. He was new to the scene. His name was kind of unusual, but he was from Yazoo City, Mississippi. The man's name was Zig Ziglar. And he had just come out with a book, his very, very first book, called See You at the Top. And my dad bought this book for me while we were at that seminar or speech that Zig Ziglar had. And Zig Ziglar said something that evening that I had never heard before. He said that you can have everything in life you want if you'll just help enough other people get what they want. And that resonated with me in a profound way. Then I finally figured out why, because that's really just the golden rule, reworded just a bit. But my dad bought me this book, and I had used this book over the years to help give me some guidance on how to become the best self you can be, how to establish goals, not only goal setting, but goal setting and achievement, and to learn how important a positive mental attitude is in everything you do. Not only I didn't know, had no idea this would become one of the foundational motivational books of its time.
Yeah.
Okay. It still sells about 40,000 copies on an annual basis. Mr. Ziglar has a unique way of describing and to teach how to reach success. It's called the staircase to success. Are you familiar with it?
I'm not.
Well, this is a very simple graph. So simple it's profound. But what is it that we all want out of life?
To be comfortable.
We want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
We all want to be happy.
Yeah.
We all want to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
We all want to be reasonably prosperous.
Yeah.
Now, some of us want to be unreasonably prosperous.
I'm afraid I'm in that category.
And that's okay
yeah.
too. All right. We want to be secure. We want to have a lot of good friends.
Mm-hmm.
We want to have good family relationships. And we want hope for a better tomorrow. It's pretty much the 8 or 9 things that's been documented to what everyone wants out of life. But to have all of those things, the elevator to the top, and I gave you a graphic maybe you want to put on the screen here. The elevator to the top is out of order.
Yeah.
You got to take the stairs. So to have a good set of stairs, to have a good skyscraper building, to have a good home, you have to have what?
A good foundation.
A good foundation. And what are those foundational qualities that we all need to start building on to reach all those things that we want in life? My dad used to call them, used a lot of adult language describing these qualities. You've got to have integrity.
Yeah.
You've got to have character. You've got to have discipline, faith, and all of the loyalty and honesty.
Right.
All of those things work together to provide you a solid foundation so you can begin climbing the staircase to success. And the first stair we have to climb is a self-image. You know, we have to have a positive self-image to go any further up the steps. If you think about it, who's our biggest critic?
Ourselves.
Absolutely. And what is the nature of our feedback to ourselves?
I don't know, what?
It's mostly negative.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
A
true.
lot of, it's been estimated that up to 90% of the feedback that we give ourselves is of negative nature. So we have to get past that. Mr. Ziglar used to say, we are what we are and where we are because what has gone into our minds. And we can change who we are, what we are, and where we are by changing what goes into our minds. And that's all about developing a positive self-image. I think it was Dr. Joyce Brothers who stated one time, you cannot consistently perform in a manner which is inconsistent with the way you see yourself.
That's a profound statement.
Absolutely. Yes, indeed. So Mr. Ziglar has a workshop, developed a workshop. We call it Building the Best You, where we actually, in our workshops, climb all of those steps. We learn, we teach how to overcome a negative self-image.
Right.
So, and we also move to the next step is our relationship with others. You know, all of life and all of business really is about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no such thing as a happy person that's also serves as an island to themselves. You have to have friends. You have to have good family relationships in order to have success. We cover that step in our workshops. Evelyn, wouldn't it be great if we could read each other's minds?
Oh, yeah. That would be very helpful.
Yeah, especially in relationship building. But unfortunately, we can't do that. But fortunately, there are some tricks that we can use to help read someone's personality so we can help know how to communicate with that person.
Okay.
So perhaps you and I were having a cup of coffee, and I asked you, Evelyn, or do you consider yourself to be more outgoing or reserved?
Very outgoing.
Okay, so if we were just to draw a circle and draw a horizontal line across that circle, we would put outgoing at the top and reserved at the bottom. Okay, so you're outgoing, so we're going to put you in the top half of that circle. All right. Now, if we were to draw another line, a vertical line up and down, and I asked you, Evelyn, do you consider yourself to be more people-oriented or task-oriented?
I'm one of the strange ones that are a bit of both.
Yeah, all of us are a combination of all four of the personality quadrants that we're talking about. But predominantly, which one do you think you would fall in?
Task.
Task? Okay. You're more of a check things off, figure out what the budget is, and the accountant type task?
I'd tell you, I'm an office manager.
That's a task.
So, but I'm also involved with the theater and doing interviews with stuff like this.
Yes.
So that's the reason why I said it depends upon. I mean, I'm like a split personality kind of person. During the day, I'm this, and my free time is about people and about doing
people.
things.
So we kind of, you're kind of in both quadrants.
I
We're all a
am.
mix of all four of those quadrants. And the quadrants are, the top half, the top left would be your dominant, the D part. The dominant folks, they're the doers. They're the leaders. They want to get things done. Get out of my way. I'm coming through. If I give you a job or give you a task, hey, you're already on it. Okay. Then the other quadrant of that is the I quadrant, which we call the inspirers. I kind of put you in that group myself. With inspirers, they're the theatrical ones. They like to have the fun.
Yeah.
Okay? Where there's a party, they're there. They're the first one to get there, the last ones to leave.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the I. Now, on the bottom half of that, that's more of the reserved type. The bottom right would be S. That's for the stable folks. Those for the folks that like the status quo. They kind of think and they ponder about making a decision before they make the decision. Okay?
Yeah.
I fall into that quadrant. They're more people-oriented and relationship-oriented. So there's the S. And then the other bottom left part of the quadrant is your C's, the cautious type. The cautious, those are the ones that are the calculators, the accountants, the real smart ones.
Right.
Are in the C's. So
we got to have them too.
absolutely. So it's been said that the C group, they lie in bed at night thinking about, I got this right, I got that done, I got this figured out, and they roll over and they pull out a notepad out of their back pocket of their pajamas and they start checking things off. You got that done. And in the S's, they tend to lay in bed at night thinking, oh, I got to see Susie today, I got to see Bobby and Larry, and we just had a great time visiting. They're the best friends ever. So just kind of a difference in personalities. And when we know and realize their differences, we know how to communicate with them now.
Right.
The D's, the doers, the dominant ones, their fuel for communication, they want results. Talk about the results that they can get for buying this product or taking on this project. The inspires, hey, talk about the adventure that they'll have. Talk about the fun part,
Right.
Whatever it is that you're asking them to do or buy.
Yeah.
And then the stable part, the S, you want to talk about all the security and you don't give I'm an S, okay? My boss knew not to give me a project that needed to be done tomorrow. Next week, 2 weeks out, absolutely, I'm all right. Yeah. And of course the C's, they want to know how much everything's going to cost, that sort of thing. So, but it's just a good tool to have.
It is.
And just it's very simple to utilize as well.
Do you have a series of questions written out that people answer, or do you just talk to them and figure out what category they're in?
Both.
Both.
If we have a large group, we can kind of divide the room. Okay, we talk about put all the people and divide them up into 4 areas, and we get to talk about each group. Yeah.
So wow. So I'm a mixed.
You are
Everybody's just.
C. Yeah. You like to be the life of the party, I think, in the theater.
Yeah.
And, but at the same time, you keep things in the budget in check. The next step is goals. You got to have goals. I read somewhere where almost 90% of society does not have goals. So, goals are godly objectives to achieve life successes. And why do people not have goals, do you think?
Well, because they don't look forward. They don't see what could be.
They don't see, also, very true, and they don't understand the benefits of having a goals program. There's also some fear involved, okay? They don't know how to set their goals. And it is a skill that can be learned and it can be taught. And some people think they don't deserve some of the great things in life. There's an old story about this fisherman who was being observed from the bank, and the fisherman was catching a lot of big fish, but he was throwing them all back in the water. But he was catching the little fish. He was keeping those. And the man from the bank said, "Sir, why are you throwing the big fish back?" And the fisherman said, "Oh, I wish I didn't have to do it, but all I have is a little bitty frying pan."
Oh my goodness.
And, people think that they don't deserve the big frying pan.
Right.
And God don't make no little bitty frying pans.
Yeah.
Okay? So we climb the goals. The next step up is a positive mental attitude. A positive mental attitude won't allow you to do anything, but a positive mental attitude will allow you to do everything better than a negative attitude will. So we cover the step on how important it is to develop and how to develop a positive mental attitude. The next step is a good work ethic. I talked to some of my industry partners while I was working out in the industry field. And one of the biggest issues we have is we have a lot of people that want a job.
Yeah.
But getting them to show up for work is a problem in itself.
Yeah.
You have to have a good work ethic to have all those good things in life. Then, last step, you have to have the desire to succeed. And desire like a bumblebee. Have you ever looked at a bumblebee? Aerodynamically, it's not supposed to fly.
Right.
Okay, because it's got little bitty wings, it's got a big round body to it. It's not supposed to be able to fly. But no one told the bumblebee. So that's the kind of desire that we have to make it to the top. And you really can have all of those things in life. As a Zig Ziglar Legacy Certified Trainer, we offer workshops. They're about 3 hours long. I actually do it as a ministry. I do it as a ministry because it's made such a difference in my life. I would like to help others.
So how do you get involved with doing a workshop? How do you get a workshop?
You call me.
It's
that easy.
Oh, wow. And how much does it cost?
You know what? I do this as a ministry. The workbooks are about $15. And if you can cover the cost of a workbook, which will be a great investment, we'll do a workshop.
Okay. How many people do you need to do a workshop?
10 to 15.
Okay. Where have you done them at before?
Well, actually, with our company, at one time I was a safety specialist with Walmart in Brookhaven, Mississippi. Had 150 truck drivers, 28 mechanics, and 32 office associates. We took all of our people through a Building the Best You workshop. We had an immediate decrease in our accidents, incidents, injuries, and the overall engagement of our entire team went up.
Wow.
So
That's
it
great.
works.
Yeah. That is a good outcome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, have you got a place here to do a workshop with people, or is it just
Hey,
you go to where they
I would
are?
go wherever we need to go.
Okay. I didn't know if you had a place set up to where people could come.
No, and I think we'll come to your office, come to your school, wherever you would like to have us.
Okay. So, you're wanting to work with the school-age children.
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you talked with any of the counselors about some of the
Absolutely.
people that have struggled and all that?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming and talking with me. It was very interesting.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
And I understand that you have an announcement to make that would be very beneficial to all the area schools.
Yes, I've been selected to be a career coach for the Union County School District.
That is great.
And that's made possible by a grant from Toyota, the Toyota Wellspring Education Fund, which is being administered by the Create Foundation in Tupelo. So we look forward to working with the schools in Union County.
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. We will definitely have you back.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us here today on From the Heart, where we tell stories of life because life is interesting. We hope to see you next time.